Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to replace your low beam headlight bulb on a Honda Civic, and we're going to be doing this on the passenger side. If you open up your hood and you look behind the headlight here, you can see the high beam bulb right here. That one's pretty easy to get to, but the low beam right here is really hard to get to because you've got your brake lines here in the way and the washer jug neck. So the best way to get to it is actually go underneath the fender. So we're going to go around to the fender and I'm going to show you guys how to get access to this bulb. Alright, so I'm over here on the passenger side fender, and underneath here is the fender liner, and this is what we're going to have to peel back in order to gain access to that bulb. But before we start peeling this back, we need to remove a couple of clips, and we're just going to remove two of them. It's these fender clips underneath here that hold the fender liner to the fender, and all you're going to need to do is take a flathead screwdriver, and you can see there's a little groove right there, one on the front and one on the back. You're just going to take a flathead and you're going to stick it between there and just go wiggle it kind of back and forth like this, and you're just going to do it a little bit and then spin the clip. So now the other groove is facing you, and do the same thing, and you just want to work it back and forth and pop that middle portion of the clip out. These clips can get really grimy under here from road debris, so they do break pretty easily. But if you take your time and just go back and forth, and don't try to pry too much on one side or the other, just going to pry a little bit and just keep working it around. You can typically get these out without breaking them, but if you do break them, it's not that big of a deal. You can get these off Amazon for pretty cheap, and I'll put a link in the description below where you can get these. And once you get that middle part where it starts to come out, you just pull out on it, and that's what it looks like. This one's got 3 tabs left. Looks like one's already broke off of it at some point, but if you have three or more, you're usually fine. If you have 2, you should probably replace it. So we're going to take those 2 clips out, and now we're going to start peeling this fender liner. So we're going to start here by the bumper, and we're going to push down on it, and we're going to keep pushing. You can see how the fender liner here is tucked in behind the bumper right here. So we're going to push this fender liner out from behind the bumper and keep going all the way down until you get the fender liner where it's kind of loose hanging out right here. And then we're going to stick our hand in, and you can see I'm pushing. So here's the edge of the fender liner here, and then you stick my hand in, and now I'm kind of pushing out on farther in on the fender liner. We're going to push that, and we're going to try to get the pop down. Alright, so when you push on the middle part and kind of push it down towards the tire, it wants to stay down a little bit easier, and it's going to give us enough room to get our hands up in behind there. And you can already see the bulb from this position right there. And so now I'm going to go ahead and reach my hand up in there and grab the bulb and show you guys how to take the bulb out. So I'm using my left hand, and I'm coming up in behind the bulb here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my thumb here on the top of the bulb, and I'm going to use my index finger on the side of the plug, and we're going to turn it counterclockwise and then pull out on it. And it comes right out. And then from this point, I'm going to have to use both hands, and I'm probably going to have to block the camera with my other arm when I do this. I'm going to try to explain it before I do it. So we got the plug here that plugs into the bulb, and then we got the bulb right here. So I'm using my left hand, and I'm going to be pushing in on this. You can see where my thumb's at, right there. I'll be pushing at the bottom of that clip with my thumb, and that's going to release the plug from the bulb. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be using my right hand to grab a hold of the bulb and pull straight out on it. And then the bulb comes right out, and you can see the plug right here is just dangling here. And the bulb you need is a 9006, and I'll put a link in the description below of the bulb you need. And then you're going to take your new bulb, and using your left hand, come up through the fender. And I think it's easier to put the bulb in first and then plug it in after. So you want to take it, and again, using your left hand, you're going to want to press it in, having the tabs align with the hole, and take note of where the bulb is facing. So it's kind of facing away from the engine, downward at a 45. So you want to push it in and then turn it clockwise. And I'm just using my thumb on the bottom here and my index finger on the top to twist it. And then when it's completely vertical and the bulb is facing down, that's where it's completely locked in. And then I'm going to take my plug and just take it and put it on the bulb, and then push it up till you hear it click, and then it's secured in. And then we're going to come back around to this fender liner, and we're just going to take it, and starting at the lowest point by the bumper here, we're just going to tuck it back in behind the bumper. And then you're going to want to put both of the clips back in that we took out. And sometimes it's easier when you go to put it back in, they don't want to go. You just want to pull this this middle portion, pull it all the way out, and then kind of squeeze on these tabs here, squeeze them to compress them a little bit, and then push it back up into the hole. And then once it's in the hole, push the middle back in. And same with this other one here. And that's it, guys. That's how you change out your low beam bulb. Thanks for watching.